All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 15 lining, 15 lining. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Hit it.
First carry for James Conner. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's just me and you. It's just
80 weapon.
check 52. Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Yo, 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 go, go.
Bumps out the helmet. Here we go, here we go.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
59. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 3, check.
Let's go.
On second down, Conner looking for space. 7 yards there and a first down.
Get ready.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
X3, 218, chopper.
He's crashing. He's checking.
On first and 10 is Conner. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
There we go. Nice play.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Okay, break.
Mike, 59, Mike. Check, check, 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Now. Hey, Echo.
Mike 5'9", Push him back.
5.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Got an open man. It's Washington. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Complete to James Washington. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough third and 5.
Mike, check, check, 59, 59.
He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
First down run for Conner, not going to get much, maybe a yard. Second down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Ready,
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Smooth.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Yep.
Watch the out, watch the out. Mike's 59, Mike's 59. Oh, you got deep? Mike.
Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
Second and 9 now. Finds the open target, Arnold. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Jones. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Go now. 8, read.
Rap. Check 3.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Hit it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones is going to fire one deep, middle of the... into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You see me out here? We can't be stopped.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Look at me. Zipper.
Shift. Check.
Go.
A give running right is counter. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
30 base. Hey, exit. You
Bang. Check 3. Check point.
look at me. Door. Hey, Charlie.
On play action, they'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Pick it up, pick it
Go.
up. Pick it up. Mike, check. 59. I'm coming.
Five.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
On the ready.
55. Check. 55. Mike. 3.
Topper. Snap.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 33.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Hey, stand off.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Watch the run.
Yes. Ready.
On first down. It's Connor, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 43.
10 Nova. Watch us. Hey, Haywood.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll look to throw here. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now they're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Finds his tight end Ingram. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. He completes it to Tate, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Jones now operating from the gun. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Antonio Callaway in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Giants 7, Steelers 3. Albert Rosas to kick off for the Giants.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now,
2nd and 11. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Looking to throw. Jones. And Tate's got it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate, 83 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down, New York.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Too little, cut.
Off the bootleg. Jones. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Check 50, check 50. Switch. Check.
Ready.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
That's going to be a long day.
Hey, Jet. Hit it.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Arnold. 23 yards the pickup there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
All day, baby, all day. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Shoot. Check 24, check 24.
5.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Big series right here. You got to step it up.
61, matchbox lights.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Here we go, D. All day. You did.
On first down, Barkley. Clinton Dix there for the stop. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
3 buck.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, Mike,
Hey.
let's go, Pete. Tighten up. Let's go.
Jones on third down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Right there, 54 Mike. Exit. Hey, one set, one.
Yep.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on.
Hurry. Speed grip.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Echo.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 5-4.
Get it.
2nd and 10. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check it back.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Giants.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the screen.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got his man. This is Tate. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Here's Jones. Gonna throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 50. Smooth. 6 man. Check curls. Go. 50. Mike's 50. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
We got this. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, wahoo!
Part 9. I got you, boy.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
But it's brought in by Washington. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey! Ready?
They're going to look to throw.
I'm coming after you.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch it. Shoot. Hey, watch it.
Here's Connor. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Right back to Connor here on first. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to wind up in air. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Saquon Barkley running right. And Barkley did not get there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Switzer on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 9 now. Finds the open target, Arnold. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB in overtime. It's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
Check 4, check 4. Switch. Check. Shit.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Connor. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Got it.
Mike 5'9".
Hey.
Please get off the field. Mike's 50.
They'll drop the throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT.
Ready. Pilot, 64, weak.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Let's see what you got. 59 Mike. Check.
He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Slam.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This to win it in overtime. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So that will